Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're really focusing in, laser focused, you could say, on something vital for Saudi college students.
Yeah, understanding how to learn about artificial intelligence.
Exactly. We've got this fantastic guide, really, that lays out the whole landscape for Saudi students who are, keen on getting into AI.
It's packed with info. And our mission today for this deep dive is essentially to pull out the key nuggets.
Right.
We want to give you, the listener, the learner type, who wants knowledge quickly but also wants it to stick, who loves those aha moments without feeling, buried in jargon, a really clear view.
A clear view of the opportunities, the pathways available for getting involved with AI right here in Saudi Arabia.
Precisely.
Okay, let's get right to it then. Why AI? Why is it so crucial for a Saudi college student right now to be paying attention?
Well, if you look at the big picture, AI is just fundamental to Saudi Arabia's Vision 2030. It's unavoidable, really.
Yeah, Vision 2030, okay.
Yeah, that whole national strategy. It's all about diversifying the economy, relying less on oil, and really pushing innovation in all sorts of sectors.
And AI is central to that push.
Absolutely. It's not just some tech trend that'll fade away. It's core to the kingdom's long-term plans. And this kind of top-down commitment, well, it suggests that even if your main field isn't tech, getting some AI know-how, it's probably going to be encouraged.
Right.
And valuable.
So this isn't just a side project. It's a major national priority we're talking about.
Definitely. The kingdom has really big ambitions here. They want to be a major global player in AI.
A global hub.
That's the goal. And they're putting serious money behind it. We're talking advanced digital infrastructure, backing cutting-edge research, and this is key for you, the listener, developing skilled people. Human capital in AI.
Okay, now that's interesting. What does this huge national push actually mean for someone studying in a Saudi college right now? Like, on the ground level?
It means the landscape is just brimming with potential, really opening up. We can probably expect more scholarships, specifically for AI studies, new specialized academic programs focused on AI.
Makes sense.
And, of course, a growing job market actively looking for people with AI skills. Think about almost every sector. Intricate healthcare stuff, complex finance, the energy industry's demands, education.
Everywhere.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Having AI proficiency is going to be a big plus. And honestly, in many roles, it might become a necessity down the line.
Right. Okay, so before we dive into the specific resources this guide talks about, maybe we should level set on some key terms, make sure we're all speaking the same language.
Good idea. What are the absolute must-know concepts in AI?
Yeah.
That's vital. And the guide does clarify the basics well. So first up, artificial intelligence.
Hey, guy.
Yeah, the really broad field. It's all about creating intelligent systems. Systems that can do tasks that usually need human intelligence.
Okay, AI is the umbrella.
Right.
Then machine learning, ML.
Exactly. Machine learning, ML, is a specific part of AI. This is where systems learn from data. They aren't explicitly programmed for every single task.
How does that work?
Well, think of it like this. Instead of writing out super detailed instructions for every possible scenario, you train an ML system. You feed it lots and lots of data.
Okay.
And it learns to spot patterns, make predictions or decisions based on that data it saw.
Got it. So it learns from examples, not just rules. And deep learning, DL, that's even more specialized.
Precisely. Deep learning, DL, it's an advanced subfield within machine learning. It uses these multi-layered artificial neural networks, ANNs.
ANNs.
Yeah, artificial neural networks. They're kind of inspired by how the human brain is structured. Lots of interconnected layers, processing data in complex, nonlinear ways.
Yeah.
That lets them analyze really complicated information.
So if I'm visualizing it, AI is the big circle, ML is inside that, DL is inside ML, and ANNs are like the building blocks for DL.
That's a great way to picture it, yes.
Yeah. Why is understanding this hierarchy, this structure, so important when you're looking at different learning resources?
Well, it really helps you gauge the scope, right? And what knowledge level a book or course assumes you already have.
Ah.
So like a book called Intro to AI will probably cover the big picture, but a course on deep learning with TensorFlow, well, that's going to assume you already get the basics of machine learning.
Right, so you don't jump into the deep end too soon.
Exactly. It helps you pick resources that fit where you are now, and you can see how all the pieces connect in the larger AI field.
That makes a lot of sense, helps you orient yourself. Okay, so the guide talks about a whole bunch of resources. Let's start with books. What are some top picks for beginners in English?
Yeah, the guide recommends Artificial Intelligence for Dummies, Says it's a great starting point, avoids super technical stuff.
Good for a first look.
Definitely. It breaks down basic AI concepts, algorithms, ML, data, even touches on ethics with generative AI. Then there's artificial intelligence basics, a non-technical introduction. That one focuses more on how AI impacts society.
Okay.
If you already know some Python. Beginner's Guide to Artificial Intelligence is suggested. Get your hands on.
Practical.
Yeah. And then for a really deep dive, there's Artificial Intelligence, a modern approach. That's more of a comprehensive textbook. Probably best after you've got the basics down or maybe as part of a formal course.
And what about for Arabic-speaking students? Are there good book options in Arabic?
Absolutely. The guide highlights some excellent Arabic titles. There's Sokso Soki, Aquedotesia Ocero, Artificial Intelligence, a revolution in the technologies of the age. Gives an overview of AI's evolution and impact.
Nice.
Then Soscoso Serio, Artificial Intelligence in Internet Business. That looks at AI and things like e-commerce, social media, pros and cons too.
Very relevant.
And Oxysis Soka Soke, Fundamentals of Artificial Intelligence, another key one. And super important for the practical side, the ASUB Academy's Arabic translation of how to code in Python. It's called ASAK SSE.
Because Python is so central.
It really is. It's kind of the bedrock for a lot of AI development. So getting those programming skills is crucial.
Sounds like a good mix of resources in both languages then. What about online courses? They're super popular for learning flexibly.
Oh yeah, tons of options there. For English learners, platforms like Coursera are loaded. The guide specifically calls out IBM's Introduction to Artificial Intelligence, AI, and DeepLearning.AI's AI for Everyone. Both are apparently great for beginners.
Mandarin stuff.
Yeah, DeepLearning.AI is his platform. High quality. Google AI also has good introductory stuff like AI Essentials.
What's cool about these courses?
Well, a lot of them cover really current topics,
Mm-hmm.
like large language models, LLMs, the tech behind ChatGPT and similar tools, and prompt engineering, which is basically learning how to write good instructions prompts to get what you want from these LLMs. Plus, many offer certifications.
Which can look good on a resume.
Definitely. Adds a credential.
And what are the standout online options if you prefer to learn in Arabic?
The big one highlighted is Devrabek's Minds of the Future, AI engineering course.
Arabic. Okay.
Yeah, it's described as a really comprehensive program, all in Arabic.
Yeah.
Covers the fundamentals, but also dives into advanced stuff like LLMs, multimodal AI.
Multimodal, like different data types.
Exactly. AI that handles text, images, maybe audio together. It also covers AI agents, fine-tuning models for specific jobs, and practical uses in business, healthcare, education.
Wow, that sounds thorough.
It does. And it even includes responsible AI principles and ends with a capstone project. So you get a real hands-on experience to build your portfolio. It seems like a really significant resource for Arabic speakers.
That's fantastic to see such a complete option in Arabic. Now, YouTube, loads of people learn there. What channels does the guide recommend?
Yeah, YouTube's great for this. For English, 2-minute papers gets a mention. Really short, easy-to-digest summaries of new AI research.
I've seen those. They're good.
Yeah, really effective. Andrew Nang's DeepLearning.AI channel, again, for top-notch educational content. StatQuest with Josh Starmer is apparently great for breaking down the math and stats behind AI. Makes it accessible.
Which is often the tricky part.
Totally. And CentX for Python programming tutorials specifically for AI. The guide lists others, too, like Matt Wolf, AI Explained. Lots of different viewpoints on AI news and tools.
Sounds like you could spend days just on YouTube. What about channels in Arabic?
There are some really valuable ones there, too. Dr. Motaz Saad's channel apparently has university-level lectures. His CCS 20 Artificial Intelligence playlist covers foundational stuff.
Good for a solid grounding.
Yeah. And AI in Arabic does exactly what it says, explains AI concepts in Arabic. Then there's Gonaim, who has an AI course for beginners playlist. ACAI, covers AML basics like supervised, unsupervised learning, optimization.
So good starting points.
Definitely. And the guide makes a good point. Having these Arabic-speaking educators is huge for accessibility and provides relatable role models for Saudi students.
Absolutely. This whole resource overview is super helpful for anyone just starting out. Okay, so the guide then shifts focus, right, to the AI landscape within Saudi Arabia. It's not just theory, it's about the real world here.
Exactly. You really need to understand how AI is actually being used in the kingdom to see the opportunities. The guide goes into how AI is changing key sectors, all tying back to Vision 2030's goals.
Okay, let's dig into those. Education seems like a big one. How is AI changing education in Saudi Arabia right now?
Well, it's being used to create more personalized learning paths, adapting to each student's pace and needs.
Adaptive learning, right?
Yeah. And it's helping streamline admin tasks for teachers, freeing them up. Plus, we're seeing AI tutors emerge, offering students support when they need it.
Are there specific platforms using this?
Yeah, the guide mentions platforms like Madrasati, Aleph Education, Classroom. They're using AI for things like real-time feedback, adaptive paths. Even universities like KSU and KAU are integrating AI into teaching and improving student outcomes.
That's a pretty big shift. What about healthcare, another crucial sector?
Huge advancements there, too. AI is boosting diagnostic accuracy, analyzing medical images like X-rays, MRIs, and oncology, radiology, helping doctors spot things, maybe.
Catching things earlier?
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah.
And predicting patient complications like sepsis or cardiac arrest, allowing earlier intervention. Also, early disease detection generally, and remote patient monitoring using wearables.
Which hospitals are doing this?
Big ones like King Faisal Specialist Hospital, King Fahad Medical City. They're actively using and exploring these AI tools.
And what about the energy sector? Obviously vital for the kingdom, oil and gas.
Right. AI is massive there for improving efficiency. Things like predictive maintenance, figuring out when equipment might fail before it does.
Saving costs and downtime.
Exactly. Optimizing how oil is extracted, assessing reservoirs. And it's not just oil and gas. AI is also key for managing Saudi Arabia's growing renewable energy sources, like solar and wind, making them more efficient.
Who's leading that? Aramco.
Saudi Aramco is a major player, yeah. They're integrating AI across their operations.
Fascinating how it touches these core areas. What about finance in Saudi?
Finance is adopting AI fast. There are projections that AI could add significantly to the Saudi economy soon.
Ow.
We're seeing AI chatbots for customer service everywhere. Sophisticated AI for fraud detection, really important. Personalized wealth management advice using algorithms. Even the Saudi central bank, SAMA, is encouraging this, setting up sandboxes to test new AI fintech safely.
Okay, and the last sector mentioned logistics and supply chain.
Yeah, AI, including newer generative AI, is helping predict demand better, so businesses know what customers will want.
Optimizing stock levels.
Exactly.
Right.
Optimizing inventory, streamlining negotiations with suppliers, even improving sustainability by, say, optimizing delivery routes to cut fuel use. Plus, real-time tracking of shipments, automating warehouse processes. Big efficiency gains there, too.
No. It's really clear AI isn't some future thing. It's here, now, reshaping major Saudi industries, all linked to Vision 2030. So, who are the key players making this happen? The organizations, the initiatives?
Right. The guide lays out the ecosystem. Government-wise, the Saudi Data and Artificial Intelligence Authority, SDAIA, is really central.
SDAIA? Okay.
Driving a lot of the national efforts. Big initiatives focused on building AI skills and talent in the kingdom.
Like that SAMI program. I think I read about that.
Exactly. SAMI, 1 million Saudis in AI.
Yeah.
Super ambitious goal. Train 1 million citizens from all walks of life in AI basics and application.
1 million. Wow.
Yeah. SDAI also runs the Elevate program with Google Cloud, that one specifically for training women in data science and AI. Plus, the SDAI Academy itself offers AI training, boot camps, specialized tracks.
And data. You need data for AI.
Crucial. And SDAIA manages the National Open Data Platform, open.data.gov.sa. It gives students, researchers, entrepreneurs access to government data sets to build AI solutions. It's a huge resource.
That's a massive government push. What about those huge giga projects like Niyom? Is AI built into those future cities?
Absolutely. Niyom is designed to be a smart city from the ground up. AI is fundamental to everything healthcare, like their Dr. Niyom initiative, smart urban infrastructure, transport, energy, you name it.
So internships there would be amazing AI exposure.
Definitely. While specific programs might still be developing, the sheer tech focus of Niyom means internships, especially in engineering, will involve cutting-edge AI in a real smart city context.
And universities, of course. They're the pipeline for talent.
Critical role. Places like KSU, KAU, KFUPM, PNU, Princess Noura University for Women Cost, Al-Quora. They're all launching AI programs, research centers, industry partnerships.
Any standouts?
Well, KFUPM has that interesting AI plus X platform. The idea is to weave AI into all majors, not just tech ones.
AI plus everything else.
Pretty much. And COST is world-renowned for its AI specialization and its visiting student research program, VSRP, which brings students in for AI research.
Okay, so government, giga projects, universities. What about the private sector, startups?
That's where things get really dynamic. There's Humane, backed by the PIF, the Public Investment Fund. They're focused on building Saudi's own AI capabilities, including Arabic large language models.
Arabic LLMs, interesting.
Yeah, really important. They've partnered with NVIDIA for AI factories, AWS for an AI zone. Huge infrastructure. Saudi Aramco, as we said, uses AI heavily and offers internships.
And startups, is there a scene?
Definitely growing. The guide mentions companies like Mulzen, Nearmotion, Quant, Noon, Cura, Jahez, WakeCap, Classera, Thaya Technology, across different sectors. The Ministry of Communications and IT, MCIT, even has an AI incubator supporting startups. Plus, universities run competitions, like at the Arab Open University.
So it's all connected: government, academia, industry, startups.
Very interconnected. And there's a real push to build local talent and tailor AI for the Arabic language and Saudi needs.
It really sounds like a thriving ecosystem. Now, for a student maybe studying, say, business or medicine, how do they connect their major to AI? It's not just for computer scientists, right?
Absolutely not. That's a key message. The guide really emphasizes how interdisciplinary AI is becoming. Students from almost any background can find opportunities if they figure out how AI tools apply to their field.
Okay, let's take a few examples. Engineering or computer science, that seems like a natural fit.
Yeah, for them, the path is often more direct. They can aim for core AI roles, AML engineer, developing the actual systems. But even within engineering, say, mechanical can use AI for automation, electrical for intelligence systems. KFUPM's AI plus X initiative really speaks to this integration.
Makes sense. What about business or commerce students? Where do they fit in?
Lots of ways now. There's a growing need for AI product managers, people who understand both the tech and the market to guide AI product development.
Like the IBM certificate you mentioned.
Exactly. And AI is changing business functions. Marketing uses it for personalized campaigns, finance for fraud detection, maybe algorithmic trading. Saudi banks are looking at this. Business analytics gets way more powerful with AI for forecasting and insights.
So bridging tech and business.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And what about students in medicine or life sciences?
Yeah, how do they connect?
AI is huge there too.
Yeah.
Clinical informatics uses AI to analyze patient data, improve hospital workflows. Medical imaging analysis, as we discussed, is being transformed by AI for better diagnostics.
Right.
And fields like computational biology or bioinformatics use AI heavily for discovering new drugs, analyzing genomes, personalized medicine. Cost is a big player here.
It really does feel like any major could potentially connect with AI now.
That's the idea. The guide mentions AI plus XX being any discipline, computational social science, digital humanities using AI tools, even AI art.
AI art, wow.
Yeah. The key is AI tools are getting easier to use. Low code, no code platforms mean you don't always need deep programming skills to apply AI if you have domain expertise. This creates demand for translational roles.
Translators between techies and experts.
Kind of. People who understand a specific field, medicine, finance, whatever, and can see how AI can solve problems there. They communicate that to the technical teams.
Got it. So beyond the major, what specific AI skills are actually in demand in the Saudi job market right now?
It's a mix of technical and what people call soft skills. On the tech side, Python is usually fundamental, R sometimes too, maybe Java, C++ off.
Programming.
Yeah. Then data analysis skills, using tools like Power BI, Tableau, and definitely SQL for databases.
Yeah.
Understanding ML and DL principles is key areas like natural language processing, NLP for text, computer vision for images.
What about specific tools?
Familiarity with frameworks like TensorFlow, PyTorch, Scikit-learn is often needed, and data engineering skills, getting data ready for AI, plus cloud computing platforms like AWS, Azure, are really sought after.
Yeah. Okay, that's the tech side. What about the soft skills?
Crucial. Problem solving, critical thinking, absolutely essential in AI. Communication and collaboration are huge because you're often working in mixed teams. Adaptability.
Because it changes so fast.
Exactly. A commitment to continuous learning is non-negotiable. And, increasingly, understanding AI ethics and responsible use is important, especially with data privacy laws like Saudi's PDPL.
So it's a whole package.
Totally. A holistic skill set and that lifelong learning mindset are what you need.
It definitely sounds like students need to be proactive. What are some practical ways the guide suggests to build these skills, maybe outside of a formal degree?
Yeah, the guide lists several focused routes. Certifications are a big one. They show specialized knowledge.
Like online ones?
Yeah, loads of international ones via Coursera from IBM, deeplearning.ai, Google, UPenn. Also from Microsoft directly, or places like Multisoft Virtual Academy.
Are there local Saudi certifications too?
Yes. Cost Academy offers AI specializations. SDAIA Academy has programs, even specialized ones like AI for project managers offered locally. So options exist both globally and locally.
What about faster, more intensive training, like boot camps?
Boot camps are great for getting practical skills quickly. SDAIA supports quite a few AI boot camps in the kingdom.
In person, online?
Both are available.
Hmm.
There are online ones like Newcamp Solo AI Tech Entrepreneur Bootcamp if you're thinking startups. And importantly for Arabic speakers, the Saudi Electronic University runs Thaka Camp, focusing on data and AI, all in Arabic.
That Thaka camp sounds useful. And for shorter bursts of learning.
Workshops are excellent for that, targeting specific skills or tools. Google AI runs workshops. The Saudi Electronic University's AI Camp include workshops, sometimes with partners like Microsoft. Even hackathons often have prep workshops.
So lots of flexible, hands-on options.
Definitely. They offer agility and practical focus.
Okay, so you've learned some stuff, got some skills. How do you show that to employers or for grad school applications?
Right, this is where your AI portfolio comes in. It's absolutely critical.
Your collection of projects.
Exactly. It's how you demonstrate you can actually apply AI concepts. The guide stresses using platforms like GitHub to share your code and projects publicly.
But just dumping code isn't enough, right?
No way. Clear read-enough fields are essential. Explain what the project is, what it does, how you built it, and using platforms like Kaggle is highly recommended.
Kaggle for competitions.
Competitions, yes, but also data sets and learning from others. You can share your own analysis work there too in well-documented notebooks. It shows engagement with the community.
What kind of projects are good for beginners to put in a portfolio?
The guide suggests starting with things like exploratory data analysis, just understanding a data set, basic classification or regression tasks like building a spam filter or analyzing sentiment in text, maybe a simple chatbot, or even recognizing handwritten digits like the classic MNIACE project.
Anything specifically relevant to Saudi Arabia?
Yes. Leverage the Saudi National Open Data Platform, open.data.gov.sa. Find data sets about the kingdom. The guide suggests analyzing data on Saudi students abroad, or NEFETH platform adoption, Hayat stats, social programs, stuff provided by SDIA, real-world, relevant data.
And presentation matters.
Hugely. Clear documentation explaining your steps, your code, and using good data visualizations to show your findings. That's key.
And hackathons and competitions, another way to build the portfolio and gain experience.
Definitely. Saudi Arabia has more and more of these. University ones like KSU's Transformation Hackathon or COST's SAI Factory. Government ones run by SDII, often tackling real national challenges like productivity or healthcare issues.
Are there regional ones too?
Yeah, the guide mentions the Bahrain Challenge for IoT and AI as an example students could join.
What's the main benefit of doing these?
So many. Applying skills under pressure, teamwork, networking with peers and mentors, getting exposure to local problems. Even if you don't win, just participating looks great on your resume and shows initiative. Build practical skills fast.
Okay, shifting gears slightly. Language can be a hurdle. Many top AI resources are in English. What advice does the guide give for Saudi students whose first language is Arabic?
That's a really important point. The guide offers several strategies. First, really leverage those Arabic resources to build a strong foundation. The books we mentioned, that Arabic course, YouTube channels like Dr. Motaz Saad's or ISIO AI.
Start in Arabic.
Yeah, get the concept solid. Then use AI itself to help learn English, language learning apps. And definitely use AI translation tools, Google Translate, DeepL, etc., to understand English materials as you encounter them.
Real-time translation earbuds, even.
The guide mentions them as a possibility. And here's an encouraging angle. Saudi Arabia is investing heavily in Arabic AI. Humane, COST, SDAIA are building Arabic LLMs. So there's even an opportunity for students to contribute to developing Arabic AI content.
So the approach is?
Build your foundation in Arabic first, then gradually tackle English resources using translation tools as scaffolds. Don't let language be a complete barrier.
Makes sense. And finding support. Connecting with the AI community in Saudi Arabia must be important too.
Crucial for learning and opportunities. The guide points to several places: university communities, AI research centers, student clubs, like the Google Club at PNU.
On-campus connections, yeah.
Then online communities, Arabic has one. General platforms like dev.to, LinkedIn groups focused on AI in Saudi or the region. Professional associations like the Saudi Computer Society, tech conferences, great for networking.
What about government or industry initiatives?
Those too. SDAIA's Semi and Elevate programs. Elevate apparently has mentorship. MCIT's AI incubator connects you with startups.
So how do you actually connect? Just show up?
Be proactive. Reach out to professors doing interesting work, connect with speakers after talks or online, participate in forum discussions, build your LinkedIn profile and connect strategically, maybe even volunteer for tech events.
And expect more Arabic communities to pop up.
Very likely, yes. As the field grows locally, specialized Arabic-speaking AI communities will probably form.
Okay, last section. Thinking long term. To really succeed in this fast-moving field, what kind of mindset does a student need to cultivate?
The guide calls it the adaptability imperative. That really sums it up.
Adaptability.
Yeah, AI changes so fast. So you need curiosity, a real commitment to lifelong learning. You need resilience. Things won't always work. You need to learn to collaborate with AI tools, not just use them. Make decisions based on data. And always, always consider the ethical side.
So constantly learning, being flexible, thinking ethically.
That's the core of the AI mindset needed for the long haul. Keep that curiosity alive.
And finally, for students wanting to position themselves for a great career start in the Saudi AI scene, what concrete steps does the guide recommend?
Several key actions. First, actively hunt for internships and research opportunities. University programs are a great start. Costs of ESRP, research ops at KFUPM, KSU, KAU, company internships, Aramco, Accenture, maybe Niyom via NESMA High Training Institute. Government programs like the SDAI AI Scholarship or research grants from RDIA or NCA, especially for things like AI and cybersecurity. Look for those university industry links.
Okay, internships. What else?
Engage with the AI startup scene. Check out companies like Mozen, Nearmotion, Noon, Cura. Connect with incubators, MCITs, Monshot's Thaka Center, or Bibon Forum, the W. Shumain AI Zone. University startup competitions. Startups are dynamic learning environments.
Good point. And networking.
Keep networking effectively. Build that LinkedIn presence. Join professional groups like the Saudi Computer Society. Go to conferences. Leverage university contacts. Participate in hackathons. Engage with those big government industry partnerships like Cisco Humane or AWS Humane. Even volunteering, maybe with McFoundation, can expand your network.
Be visible, be proactive.
Exactly. Show up, participate, and follow up. That's how you build connections.
This has been incredibly useful, a real deep dive into AI learning for Saudi students based on this guide. It feels like there's a huge amount of opportunity and support growing there.
Absolutely. Just to recap quickly, build that foundation. Understand the unique Saudi context, connect your major to AI, use practical pathways like certs and boot camps, build your portfolio, tackle language barriers strategically, connect with the community, and really cultivate that adaptable mindset.
The future for AI in Saudi really does look bright. And it seems like college students there are perfectly placed to jump in and contribute.
They really are. The kingdom's commitment is clear through all these initiatives and the growing ecosystem. So our encouragement to you, the listener, is embrace that continuous learning, get hands-on experience, engage with the community, and stay agile.
Couldn't agree more. And maybe a final thought for you to ponder. With your own unique background, your studies, your interests, how can you specifically contribute to AI in Saudi Arabia? Especially thinking about Arabic language, AI, and the kingdom's specific needs and culture.
That's a powerful question to consider. Where can you make your unique mark?
Definitely something to think about. Thank you for joining us for this deep dive.